Well, we are not alone. Maybe that makes you feel a little bit better. No, we've certainly been talking about this particular winter storm, into last week.
Right.
It seems like it's played out pretty well as if you guys.
Pretty much exactly what we thought would happen. We've got 5 inches of snow on the ground at Indianapolis International. We said like 4 to 7, generally here more to the south. That's exactly what's going to happen. One thing we want to really emphasize today, as you look live, Drew, our photographer, is taking us through the downtown area. We have 317 districts that are either canceled or delayed, and most of them, ladies, are canceled.
Okay.
So that's the kind of situation that we are in, and it's not good. In fact, it's a weather impact alert day, and this is one of the reasons why. We're going to hear more from Lindsay in just a bit. You're looking live, 465. Near 47 actually in Thorntown. The southbound lanes of Interstate 65 completely shut down, and that could be for a while because of this accident that involves a truck and really 4 total vehicles out there. Now, there is some light snow blowing in places like Carmel and in Indianapolis today. In fact, this is a look at live Doppler 13 radar. Here's where the heavier snow is falling. Greenfield over to Knightstown, Rushville over to Franklin, Trafalgar, and Nineveh. Hope is getting some heavier snow, as is Columbus. In fact, that's right over downtown Columbus, and that stretches towards the IU campus in Bloomington. So this is still going to stick around for a while. It is still snowing, and it is still basically a mess out there. And again, we're going to check in with Lindsay momentarily on the latest in traffic, but the snow continues to fall. And I think the big problem today is going to be blowing and drifting. The winds will come in 30-mile-per-hour plus winds, which means on east-west roads, we can see some of these roads completely shut down. In fact, especially in areas that have had 5, 6, 7, 8 inches of snow today. So certainly allow extra travel time and make sure that you have emergency supplies in your vehicle. My boys for Christmas got me some things like that to put in my car, and I'm very thankful on a day like this. Okay, let's break it down. The winter storm warning for most of our viewing area continues until 7 o'clock tonight. What does that mean? That means that if you don't have to be outside, and I know a lot of you do, but if you don't have to, stay inside until the crews get a chance to keep up with this. And that will be very difficult on some of the side and county streets, again, because of this east-west situation where these 30-mile-per-hour gusts are blowing. Right now, 21 in Indy, Greencastle, Muncie, Bloomington, you're at 23. The gusts now at the airport, 34 miles per hour. That is a strong, bitter wind. You factor in that it's blowing over snow. So, folks, it feels like 4 degrees on a very cold Monday morning here in central Indiana. And I know so many districts are supposed to go back. But again, it's scrawling there at the bottom of the screen. You can see the Indiana School for the Deaf among the newest schools that have been reporting, but we're going to see just a lot of closures, and some schools that are delayed may actually close. So we're keeping an eye on that for you too. In the 20s this morning with that snow falling until the middle of the morning. We'll shut the snow machine off with a high of 27 degrees. And then this is going to be replaced by some very cold departures over normal. In fact, we're talking about way below normal. In a couple of days, maybe 3 days, our low will be 0 with sub-zero wind chills because of this cold air that's coming down really from the Arctic Circle in Canada. So here we go. This is a look at our future track as we go through Wednesday. All of this is starting to blow out, but we will keep the cold air in, and believe me, you're really going to feel that chilly air today. Snow, windy, blowing and drifting, 27 for a high. Tonight we're down to 10 degrees with a high of 26 tomorrow, and then the coldest air of the season. Thursday, how about that? 0 for a low, 16 for a high. Hang in there. We will be very close to the freezing mark, Jalea. By Sunday with a high of 30, we'll have more weather. Then Lindsay will be along with traffic in just a few minutes.